on fight night. The electric crackle that seemed to be going through his body and his brain as he approached the ring, and the Mike Tyson in Memphis seemed docile.
I get into the ring and I see this barrier of bodies, and I'm saying, this is interesting.
Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis separated by a cordon of security forces.
Tyson was coming up to the barrier and looking over. He was looking at me, he was looking at my body. I beat at my stomach saying, yeah, I'm ready.
Now they get together again as professionals, as Tyson's late trainer Costamatto had predicted they would. And here we go.
I know he's gonna come at me, and I'm thinking, I'm not gonna give up my ground. I'm the champion.
Back uppercut for Lewis.
In my mind, that's the ego aspect of it.
Big left hand by Tyson after the jab by Lewis.
Tyson seems to be the aggressor of the two.
Everybody gave him the first round, but he got hit with an uppercut. I mean, it really hurt him bad. He came back to the corner, and he told me, he said, Ronnie, I'm hurt.
He hurt you? What do you think he was here for? You know, to get a date? I mean, of course he hurt you. Now you're supposed to hurt him.
Tyson fighting at a measured pace, not the whirlwind that some expect.
I could tell by the middle of the second round, he has no chance. He has no hope. And he had to know that because I'm 30, 40 rows away, and I can see it.
Tyson's confidence ebbing, Lewis's seeming to grow.
Lewis used his physical advantages to dominate the smaller, slower Tyson, who by the fourth round was clearly weakened by the punishment he had been absorbing.
Lewis connects with a right hand, leads on Tyson, but Eddie Cotton says no knockdown.
After about 4 rounds, I noticed from the clinches where Lennox was physically pushing back, and you could see the little look in Mike that he'd given up.
It is rapidly becoming a technical mismatch.
Lennox Lewis is content right now to just stay outside, and the man on the store wants him to finish this.
Like this, and you still doing this. Don't turn it back in. Get this. Get out of here.
Listen to Emmanuel.
You're ready to get caught with some crazy. Step it up. The man is finished.
He was actually cursing Lennox out and beating Lennox's chest. And I had to actually say, Manny, don't beat him up in the corner.
Because you got a dead man in front of you, and you still doing this. Let's go. This fight is over with.
You got a dead man in front of you. Go out there and knock him out. And I'm saying, well, this is the wrong time to explain that I hurt my hand. So, while he was giving me heck, I was taking it. But there was a reason why I wasn't out there throwing my right hand. So I had to give it a couple rounds to settle in with the pain.
He did what he's always done, which is not put himself at risk, being the chess player, protect your king, and then ultimately say checkmate.
Target practice. This is easy for Lewis. If he doesn't get caught with something big, he's going to walk to victory.
Mama didn't raise no fools, and he still respected this man's power. And for good reasons. He's the one in the ring with him.
And no matter how hurt and slow Tyson is, he is a dangerous puncher.
There was a little bit of the sadist in Lennox Lewis in this fight.
Lennox, I feel, wanted to punish him for saying you're going to eat my kids, biting him on his thigh.
Now I hit you twice hard. Pow, pow. And seeing where the blood is coming from. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm really liking this.
I think he wanted to let Mike feel some more of the punishment before he put him out of his misery.
The bad boy of boxing is getting spanked by Lennox Lewis.
I was surprised and shocked at some of the punches that he took.
Fighters fight to the end. Gladiators. And plus, Mike, he's a proud brother. He's been a great champion in the past. So, he's going to give it all he's got until it's no more.
You understand? Not many people can do that. You understand? Right now. Everybody can't talk in the corner. One at a time.
I kind of cursed at everybody in the corner, telling them to be quiet, let me do the talking. And our corner just became a mess.
Nothing could have helped Mike Tyson in that fight. It was except a time machine.
Finally, in the 8th round, Lewis wobbled the defeated former champion with a ferocious uppercut. And referee Eddie Cotton gave Tyson a brief reprieve when the end was long overdue.
Hey, you all right, Mike? First knockdown of the fight. Now Lewis goes for the knockout.
Mike Tyson was having problems, and this was the time for my right hand to be really effective, so I threw it.
That's going to be perhaps the end of the fight. It'll take some courage for Mike to get up from that shot. 7, 8, 9. He's out. Lennox Lewis knocks out Mike Tyson and banishes him from the upper stratosphere of the heavyweight division.
They only give you credit when you knock out people, and people were saying they didn't like the way I boxed, the fact that I boxed too safe. So for me to knock out Mike Tyson gives me a great feeling of accomplishment.
He took a vicious ass whooping. He got one of them down home Mississippi ass whoopings in that fight. I mean, Grandma's live soap couldn't wash out what he got that night.
He took that beating, and he didn't have to take it. He could have just said, no mas, because you can die in there. Let's be frank, you can die in there. That to me was like his red badge of courage.
Mike, are you sorry this fight didn't take place years ago?
It wasn't meant to be. I've known Lennox ever since he was 16, 15 years old. I have mad respect. Everything I said was in proposition for promoting the fight. He knows I love him and his mother, and I know if he thinks I don't have respect and don't love him, he's crazy.
So you're saying a lot
People got a chance to see the real Mike Tyson. Mike's interaction with Lennox in the ring, in the locker room with his baby, being very considerate. No pain, no animosity, no tension in his face, no bad words. He didn't want to give them any more ammunition to dislike him any longer.
Time will tell if Mike Tyson's uncharacteristic sportsmanship was a temporary response to a beating or something more permanent. And if Lewis will finally get full credit from the American public for all he's achieved.
There's still at best a grudging process of respect for Lennox Lewis in America. People understand that Lennox is the best heavyweight of this particular era, but probably most people define that era as after Tyson went south.
Tyson was not the foil to make Lennox Lewis great. Mike Tyson, certainly in his prime, one of the great stories in boxing. But by the time Lewis got him, a shell of his former self.
People will be interested in Mike Tyson until they put him in the ground. He'll be fighting for money for a while longer because he won't have any choice. But he stopped fighting to win a long time ago.
As an exercise in nostalgia, Lewis Tyson proved that the old stories still sell best. The pay-per-view gross of $112 million, a record for the sport. The two fighters split more than $60 million. That establishes why, in spite of the lopsided fight, there was a rematch clause in the contract. Thanks for watching The Tale of Lewis Tyson.